do you mean? You're supposed to be congratulating me, but you're just being totally grumpy and boring. It's annoying me. Don't you have anything nice to say about my good news? Are you too jealous to be happy for me or something? How about you ask some questions and pretend you're interested in me for once? Sorry, I am interested in you. I just didn't think of any questions. Did you have something in mind? Isn't it natural for an older sister to ask about her little sister's fiance and stuff? Don't you want to know what kind of person he is? I'm sure if he's going to become part of the family, I'll find out all about him, won't I? But you should ask now and at least pretend to be interested. I'm pretty busy with work though, Holly. Can I think of some questions and ask them later? Fine. Be like that then. Just because I'm so much younger than you, you're never interested in anything I do. Why are you so bothered that I haven't asked you all about your fiancé? You're seriously jealous that I'm getting married first, aren't you? You're gonna be single for the rest of your life because you dropped out of high school and stopped caring what you look like. Jealousy has got nothing to do with it. I'm just busy today and I haven't really had time to process your news. You are jealous though. Why wouldn't you be? I went to college and got engaged straight away and I'm 4 years younger than you. If you try to be a little bit nicer to me, I might help you get a boyfriend. But you're so boring and you always try to tell me what to do. That's why I don't like you. And you go around telling everyone some nonsense that you dropped out of high school so you could get a job and put me through college. You just love to be the martyr, don't you? Well, it's a nice story, but we both know that's not what really happened. The only reason you couldn't finish high school and go to college was because you're not smart enough, isn't it? I'm not even going to try talking to you about this again. You must have told yourself and everyone else that I'm stupid so often that you started to believe it for real. So now there's nothing I can say that'll make you accept the truth. Every time I say I dropped out so I could help support the family after Dad went bankrupt, and every time you say I made that up to make myself feel better. There's no point arguing with you anymore. Let's just forget about it. Oh, good. I'm glad you realize there's no point in telling your ridiculous lies anymore. You're right, let's just forget about it. That sounds perfect to me. What do you mean that sounds perfect? What's perfect about you bad-mouthing me to everyone? Oh, you'll see. You don't have to be interested in my fiancé after all. I've decided you're not invited to my wedding. I'm not? That's mean. You're an embarrassment to me. How can I introduce you to my fiancé's family if you never finished high school? All of his family are really well educated, Maria. His mom is a college professor. What will they think of you? What'll they think if you don't invite your sister to your own wedding? Aren't you worried they'll find out you're a horrible person? That's not what's gonna happen, though. I'm going to invite you, but you're gonna have an emergency on the day of the wedding, and that's why you won't be there. Got it? You have to respond to the invite like you're coming, but you're not really invited, so don't come. You're a real piece of work, aren't you, Holly? You don't want it to look like you didn't invite me. I actually wouldn't care. If I could be sure my fiancé's family wouldn't judge, I'd totally leave you out without a second thought. But I'm sure they'd find out you exist somehow. I think it's better for me if I acknowledge you, but gradually let them know that I don't approve of you. It has to be done. I'm not letting you hang on to my coattails all your life. Right. Whatever you say. I'll let you know when we've set a date for the wedding, just so you can be prepared to be sick that day and stay at home and not come out of your room until I say you can. Fine. I get it. Can I get back to work now? My break was over 5 minutes ago and I'm supposed to be in a meeting soon. You got a meeting at this time of day? Your company is so shady. It's not shady at all. We have a lot of overseas clients and we have to find a time that suits people in other time zones. You don't have to make up stories to look cool in front of me, Maria. There's no way a dropout like you is working at a company that does business overseas. Just leave the serious work to us college graduates, okay? There's no way you'll ever make as much money as me, so stop pretending. I seriously need to get back to work now, Holly. Is that all you have to say?
Excuse me?
I have to go. See you later.
You can't just decide when this conversation is over as though you have something better to do. Rude!
Holly, what's going on? You didn't tell me you were taking everyone out to lunch with your fiance's family today. Mom was wondering why I didn't show up. She said we were supposed to go and meet them all before the wedding. Why didn't you include me?
Mom told you? She wasn't supposed to tell you about that. She must have forgotten I told her it was a secret from you. She never listens to me.
You've really reached a new low point this time, Holly. I hear you've been telling your new in-laws weird stuff about me, like I'm a recluse and I hate going out to meet new people. You even told them I have an inferiority complex because you went to college and I didn't. And apparently I'm scared of meeting college-educated people now. None of that stuff is true, obviously. You can't tell people that's the reason why I couldn't come out to meet them, when in fact you just didn't tell me about the lunch. I don't understand why you need to make up so many ridiculous lies about me. What's so exciting about telling people weird things about me that aren't true?
It's not like I enjoy making that stuff up about you. I wouldn't have to do it if you just went to college like a normal person. Instead, you're a useless dropout and I'm ashamed of you. You're the absolute dregs of society, and my new family are all highly educated. What do you expect me to do?
I expect you to just tell the truth. You're making up all this garbage about me, and eventually people are gonna start to realize it's not true. Where will you be then? Are your new in-laws gonna trust you and like you once they find out you've been lying to them this whole time? I mean, you knew it wasn't safe to tell too many big lies. That's why you didn't try to pretend you didn't have a sister. You know you're gonna get caught eventually. I'm amazed you have the guts to just start off your married life by lying outright to your new family.
But it's not like it's such an unbelievable story, is it?
Why not?
Because it's true, you're just a high school dropout and you never went to college. So you don't have a good education. You can't really say you've never been jealous of me, can you? Especially since you always said you wished you could have gone to college.
I admit I wish I had a better education. There's no substitute for it. It would look great on my resume and I'd be able to apply for more jobs, sure. But I still don't think I made the wrong choice.
You can't be serious.
Definitely. I mean, there were times when people were talking about me behind my back and even telling me to my face that I was stupid and wrong. But when I think about it, I know compared to other people my age, going out and getting a job while I was still so young has had a positive effect on me. So I don't regret dropping out of high school. I'm not embarrassed of it.
Oh, please. You talk such rubbish, Maria. Don't pretend like you can outsmart me by babbling on like that. I'm a college graduate. And nothing you can say will ever change the fact that my fiance's family are highly educated, intelligent people. I'm ashamed to be related to someone who dropped out of high school and hasn't made any attempt to get their GED. If you're so smart, why don't you go back to school and prove it?
You're free to think whatever you like about me. I don't have to prove anything. But I seriously think that if you try and cut me out of your wedding plans and pretend I'm not part of your family, that's going to look bad for you. You'll have to let me meet your in-laws eventually, so you might as well do it properly.
I don't think so. Once the wedding is over, you won't see me anymore. I am cutting you out of my life. I just don't see the point in keeping you around since you have nothing to offer. This is what happens when a useless high school dropout tries to be part of an educated family. I'll make you regret not finishing high school. You'll lose me and probably Mom too.
Good morning, Miss Cooper. I'm sorry to spring this on you out of the blue. This is Dean Winters from the planning department.
Oh, good morning, Dean. What's wrong? It's rare for me to get a message from someone from planning like this. Can I help you with anything?
Actually, it's a personal matter. I hope you don't mind. Can I ask why you aren't planning to attend your younger sister's wedding later today?
Oh, Did I mention something about the wedding at work? I don't remember talking about it with anyone in the office. How do you know about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. I really should have introduced myself sooner. I'm your sister's fiance.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. You didn't come to the dinner we arranged, so I didn't know. I actually found out this morning that you're Holly's sister. You are, aren't you? I was talking to one of Holly's friends this morning, and we were discussing work. When I told her where I work, she said that's the same company as Holly's sister. I knew you have the same last name, but I just assumed it was coincidence. I wish I'd had the chance to introduce myself sooner. I never would have guessed you were Holly's sister. You really don't match Holly's description of you at all. That's why I didn't even mention the coincidence to you.
I see.
I'm really sorry. I should have checked beforehand. It feels so weird that I've been working in the same office as my fiance's sister for so long without knowing.
It's really fine. I'm sure you've realized by now that I don't get on so great with my sister. You don't have to apologize for getting caught in the middle of our weird relationship. Actually, I'm pretty surprised to discover that we have this in common too.
If it's not too much trouble, do you think I could ask you about your relationship with your sister? I'm starting to get the impression that she hasn't been totally truthful with me.
I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that, actually. Don't you think you should talk to Holly about it first?
I know it's a big ask. I just don't know if I can trust Holly to give me the whole truth. It seems like she's only telling me what she wants me to know. Like today, I know you're scheduled to work over the public holiday, but Holly is telling me you can't attend the wedding because you've got a medical emergency. And we've been working together for a few years now. I know the guys on your team all say that you're a great boss and you must be responsible and conscientious. It just doesn't make sense that you'd skip out on your sister's wedding to work, and I don't know why Holly would lie to me about it. I've asked my mom and dad what they think I should do. They agree there must be something more to the story.
Okay, I guess you have the right to know exactly what's going on.
Has something happened between you both? Is it something we can figure out before the wedding?
I don't think we'll be able to fix it today, no. To put it in as few words as possible, Holly has decided she doesn't want me in her life anymore.
I don't understand. Why would she do that? Can you come to the wedding venue? I would really like to discuss this with you face to face. I need to know what I'm marrying into. It is a huge commitment.
I get that. I can come there if you like, but Holly will be really mad if she sees me.
It's okay, she's not at the venue yet, and I don't think she's due to get here until about 11. She's still getting her makeup done.
Okay then, I'll be there shortly.
Maria, is this your doing? Answer the phone! You've totally ruined my life.
What?
My fiance wants to cancel our wedding. This is your fault, isn't it? You must have said something to him because he was talking about you on the phone. I didn't hear exactly what it was, though, because he was yelling. What did you say to make him so mad? Were you so jealous of my happiness that you sought out my fiance and poisoned him against me with your sad story of betrayal? Does it make you happy to ruin my life like this?
I've apologized to your sister for you.
What? Maria? Who is this?
This is Dean. I'll text you from my phone so you can leave your sister alone. Hey.
What are you doing with my sister? Why are you answering her messages?
I asked your sister to come and meet me so we could talk about you. I wanted to know the real truth about why she wasn't attending our wedding.
I told her she couldn't come because she was sick. She had a medical emergency.
Yeah, I did hear that story, but I also knew that she was working today.
She was? How would you know that?
It was a surprise for me as well. I only found out this morning. You told me your sister's name is Maria Cooper, but I couldn't imagine it would turn out to be the same Maria Cooper who's the HR manager at my company. It turns out it is. One of your friends informed me of that today while you were getting ready for the wedding.
What? How?
I guess I didn't do my due diligence and find out all I needed to know about my fiance's family. I realize that now.
But she never finished high school. How could she be a manager? I didn't know she was that high up. I thought she was probably just a coffee lady or something.
Do you think it's impossible for someone to be promoted because they haven't graduated high school? That's probably your prejudice talking.
I'm not prejudiced. That's just the way of the world. People who haven't been to high school or college aren't capable of that kind of work.
Obviously not, though. A lot depends on hard work and talent. Your sister is pretty great at her job. And she has all the industry-specific qualifications she needs to do it properly. It doesn't matter that she didn't go to high school. And I heard that she's studying online for her GED.
She is? I didn't know.
I guess that's how she got the attention of the CEO.
What about the CEO?
My friend who works on your sister's team says they're dating, but it's supposed to be a secret. They don't want anyone to know, but we actually all do.
That can't be true. Why would anyone want to go out with Maria? I think even if it is true, Maria probably tricked him into it. She probably lied about high school and college or how much money she has.
I don't think so. She seems to be honest about most stuff. It's crazy how much you don't know about your own sister, Holly. Don't you think you might have misjudged her a little bit? Anyway, you keep going on about not graduating high school and how that's a terrible thing, but I don't think it matters as much as you think it does. The previous CEO dropped out of high school himself to start the company. That's the current CEO's father. So I don't think either of them really care whether or not your sister went to high school.
You must be joking.
My big brother didn't go to college either. He wasn't really suited to studying and he didn't want to waste his time. My parents both agreed and he began working straight after high school.
That's your brother that owns a chain of convenience stores? I thought he had a degree in business.
No way. Maybe in the future he might go back to school, but for now he's already pretty successful, so I don't think he needs to. There's no law that says that someone's success can be defined by how highly educated they are.
I know that. I just thought most people in society think having qualifications is useful.
Qualifications are useful. It just doesn't follow that everyone needs to go to college and get a degree. Some people need different qualifications, and some of those you can just get while working.
But if people don't work hard in high school, you can usually tell they aren't going to do well at work either.
That's not true at all. Actually, the reason I decided to cancel our wedding today was because I just realized what a judgmental and prejudiced person you are. You just proved it to me. If I had any doubts, they're totally gone now.
What do you mean? I don't understand. I'm not prejudiced.
You are. You've decided everyone who drops out of high school or college is useless. You have this mean, condescending attitude towards people who don't have the same values as you, even if it means looking down on your own sister. You don't try and see things from other people's perspectives either. You just labeled your sister a loser and never tried to imagine that she made the decision to quit school. I don't like people like you. If I'd known you were like this, I'd never have let our relationship get this far. I am so glad I found out what you were like before it was too late, and I have your sister to thank for that.
But that's what my sister is. There's no fancy explanation for why she quit school. She was just too stupid to do the work.
That is total rubbish. She's clearly not stupid. She's studying for her high school diploma now and holding down a full-time job at the same time. She came to the wedding venue to talk to me today, and she told me the reason she couldn't finish high school. It's actually pretty sad. She said your dad went bankrupt when she was in her sophomore year of high school, and your mom was unwell at the time and couldn't work more than 3 days per week. So she decided to quit high school and work until your dad got himself back on his feet. But when your dad eventually went back to work, your sister already had a good job that she was enjoying, so she didn't see the point of going back to high school.
I don't remember any of that happening. Why didn't anyone tell me?
I think they just assumed you knew, but maybe you weren't old enough to understand what was going on. My family is kind of similar, actually. I don't think I could have finished college if my brother didn't help out with my expenses while I was there. We didn't have a lot of money at the time, but he was working and sending me money, and that's why I was able to go to a good college. I am so proud of him and thankful to him for doing that. I have so much respect for his decision, especially because he must have been so mature to actually do that. I think your sister is probably the same. That's why I can't understand why you treat your sister like you do. How can you be so insolent to someone who gave up part of their childhood for you?
I didn't realize.
I am so disappointed in you. And when I realized the kind of attitude you had towards your sister, I was kind of afraid that you would act the same towards my brother. What would you have done if you found out that he didn't go to college?
I would never act that way towards someone in your family.
Why not? You can act like that towards someone in your own family, which is worse. I don't want to be married to someone who doesn't value their own family. That's why our wedding is canceled. I know you'll try and blame your sister, but you're the only person here at fault.
Wait, Dean, I can change. I'll make it up to you and I'll apologize to Maria. You have to know I would never treat your brother in that way.
I can't know that for sure. I have to go now. I have to inform all the guests that the wedding is canceled and apologize for wasting their time.
Wait! Dean!
Goodbye, Holly. I'll be in touch about the cancellation fees.
You decided to cancel the wedding? You'll have to pay the fees.
Wow, okay. I guess I'm gonna be seeing a different side of you from now on. My lawyer will be in touch. Bye.
That's how my sister was about to get married, but her fiance found out about her real personality and called off the wedding. I wasn't pleased it ended like that, but at least they didn't go through with it and have to deal with getting divorced afterwards. In the end, I think Dean's lawyer managed to convince Holly to pay her share of the cancellation fees without filing a lawsuit. But it was a huge mess afterwards, because she'd invited a bunch of people from her office to the wedding, and they were all kind of shocked by her behavior. Dean announced that the wedding was canceled and said something non-committal about discovering some reasons they wouldn't get along. But while he was still talking, Holly turned up in her wedding dress with her hair and makeup half done and started screaming at him in the church. Everyone was appalled, and her boss apparently took her aside at work the next day and asked her to take indefinite leave until she had sorted out her anger issues. She's still complaining about it, but I can gather from what she's saying that they never thought she was any good at her job anyway. She'll probably get fired soon, but she hasn't realized it yet. I've never met anyone like Holly. She's completely oblivious to what other people are doing. She was already 13 years old when that stuff happened and I had to quit school, so she should have understood what was going on. Instead, she just carried on hanging out with her friends like normal and just assumed I quit because I wanted to. I could never get her to listen to the real reason or accept my version of events, and my mom would always just tell me to let her be. But my dad is so mad with her about this failed marriage thing, they're not letting her get away with it this time. Our parents decided she's not allowed to come and live at home with them, so she'll have to look for a new job quickly. She still calls me to vent and complain, but at least these days she's asking for my advice as well. I can see that what Dean said to her about me and about her attitude has had a positive effect on her, so perhaps in the future she'll be a better person. Who knows? Maybe one day she'll say thank you to me for helping to pay her college tuition fees. But that would be a miracle, so I seriously doubt it. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.